5 minutes.
Your awareness may be powerful enough to control your instincts. Your instinct will be to remove your hand from the box.
It's your girl Meesh, and welcome to another episode of the LUV MEESH Podcast. Hey loves, and welcome back to part 2 of spiritual journaling. I wanted to have the tunes in the background, but I don't feel like going in the house to get the laptop to play the music. And I actually was trying to find like a opera or classical music radio station, and I searched AM and FM and couldn't find one. But you know what came to me? Spirit, intuition, source, whatever, was like, you see how fuzzy some of the stations are and how clear some of the stations are. The more you meditate, the clearer communication will be, bruh. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to let me find out. I would be knowing lottery numbers and stuff. You already know who you giving these gifts to, Lord. You already know. Don't be talking about I'm acting a fool. You already know before you give it to me. See, you got to know who you give your gifts to. Okay, so we're going to continue on with spiritual journaling. Let me see where I want to start with this. Daily Om. Y'all know I went over my daily emails. Go check out that podcast. Some very inspirational, spiritual, soul-fed emails out there that you can sign up with, and every morning you'll wake up and you can feed your soul. That's exactly what it reminds me of. Chicken noodle soup for the soul. So Daily Om is one of my email coaches, spiritual advisors, the way Spirit's able to communicate to me through spiritual journaling. And it's also called, what are they called? Divinations. Yes, my memory used to be so bad. It's getting better, y'all. So that's one of my forms of divinations. I get dreams about the future. My intuition has never lied. I just don't want to listen. I could pick up vibes in a room. I guess that's connected with my intuition. And now I'm getting messages through journaling. Or I don't even think it's journaling. I think it's really words. Because it could be oracle cards. It could be a book. It could be whatever. The message just kind of jumps out. So this is from Daily Om. Mapping the inner journey. Mapping the inner journey. Mapping the inner journey. Get it together. Okay, so journaling offers a way to unburden your mind, keep dreams alive, and spark the seed of creativity. I didn't write the whole thing, but this is just kind of what stood out to me. Journaling is a form of meditation. I did not know that, you guys. Check this out. Most meditation helps us empty the mind of concerns and bring positive ideas from our mental landscape. But journaling helps us anchor that experience into the material world. So when I read that sentence, it's like, okay, everything's in your mind. My anchor. When you put that anchor down on the ship, it ain't going nowhere. It's solid. It's sturdy. So it's bringing those airy thoughts, I am an air sign, down into the physical reality. So I have all these thoughts in my head about what I want to do. Actually writing them down is going to move me closer to manifesting them. And I remember y'all had that dream that my spiritual professor was like, with so much energy, he was like in my face, nose to nose, you have to excrete the energy. You have to expel the energy like a force, like a magnet and draw your manifestations in. So in other words, everything that you want is yours because you are the one with the fucking fishing pole catching the manifestation. Like if we are a magnet, you only will attract whatever you are strong enough to attract. Look at it that way. You get a little baby magnet, you're going to pick up baby stuff. You got a big ass magnet, you might could pick up whole planets. You get what I'm saying? So that kind of connected to me, those two, for some reason. Not everyone is attracted to meditating. Ding, 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 ding. I don't know if I have ADHD or what. And then sometimes when I meditate, I go to sleep. I'll be like, okay. Like I'll say my prayers, I'll ask the angels to protect my friends. If ever I can have a whole list of stuff I'm trying to do, and then I'm asleep. So I'm going to get better at that because I know we charge our phones with no problem. When my phone go dead, I have no problem with putting it on the charger for however long it need to charge. You know what I mean? I eat, I can take a shower, I can do all this other stuff. Meditation should be just as important. Like it's a time for me to connect with source, to get all my messages and my downloads, and to help me continue this journey. So I'm not going to put meditation on the back burner anymore, but it was just so heartwarming to know that journaling is a form of meditation. So it's like spirit is like, okay, baby girl, I'm going to meet you halfway, so you're not ready to sit down or whatever, but that's okay. We gonna, I'ma still get, hold on, now what's going on? I'm up here in my daddy's car. My daddy got a, what is this? Acura. Do I have to turn it on? I don't want to turn it on. Turn this off. I don't know how to use, okay, there we go. Look, I just needed the light on. It's a little dark out here. Let me see. Can I turn this off? Okay. They got a brand new Kizar. Brand new. What is this? An Acura? I don't know. It's nice. Anyways, not everyone is attracted to meditating in seated silence. Journal meditation. A journal meditation is a nice alternative, and it's as active as meditation. Trace your journey, see where you have grown, and what lessons we may be repeating. See, that one helped me a long time ago. That right there. Different part of the brain, and this is just me and my cliff notes. Different part of the brain other than creative or inspired thought, writing. And I put under creative because, you have your logical side of the brain, you have your creative side of the brain. Okay, well, when you journal, it's saying you're using, again, another part of your brain. So not creative, not logical, but I want to say maybe the spiritual part. So it's basically helping you tap into another part of the mind. They give another example. Typing a journal can create a greater sense of connection and union with our physical selves and the world around us. I want to add in with source, your angels, your guides, your deities. Because if energy is motion and you're journaling, your mind is flowing. Like sometimes I'll be writing things, I'm like, where did that come from? When working through challenges, it can be helpful to empty the mind of worries onto empty pages. It's better on paper than trapped in the mind. To me, I think that kind of summarized it all. I didn't realize that my OCD is a little bit organized chaos, because if I don't care about it, it's not going to be organized. But some things I do want to be organized. Like I see how people are organized their cabinets and organize their refrigerators. I love that. I don't care to organize my clothes closet or my shoes. I really just don't care to do that. I probably would keep it going, but it's not like my OneNote. I have to have this categorized at work. My laptop, you should see my laptop. Everything is in neat line orders, color choreographed. Word is with Word, PowerPoint is with PowerPoint, Excel is with, it's like, it's crazy. and my thoughts are just running rampant. So it's like Spirit is like, okay, I see where you're trying to go, baby girl. This will be the biggest key for you. Let's get them thoughts. Let's get them thoughts trained and lined up and watch how easy stuff flow. And I will never forget, my sister said her mind is like a file cabinet. She can pull memories out like a freaking file cabinet. What? So I feel like I'm in the beginning stages of filing these thoughts, and it'll help me file a lot of other stuff too. But I have a little bit more. The mind should have lots of space for inspiration, creation, and positive images. So in other words, with me having all this stuff in my mind, not in folders, not in file cabinets, not written on blank pages, there's not room for inspiration. There's not room for creativity. There's not room for positive images. Now keep this in mind. When you think of stuff, you can manifest it because it's through your third eye, your mind's eye. Before you can invent something, it starts in your mind. So that's creation. And then inspiration is that first initial thought. So all those things, it's almost as if perhaps my third eye was blocked. I don't know if it would be the third eye or the crown. And it's like, okay, let's get that chakra flowing. Let me help you get that chakra flowing. Let's get those thoughts out on paper because they're valid. They have a purpose. We're going to work through them. But your mind needs space for others. So let's put those thoughts somewhere else. That's kind of how it is for me. Writing allows you to map a solution to a problem. Now, I remember when I was going over my real estate podcast, I was like, oh, everything's mapped to me. It's an equation. This plus this equals that. I have to really do my whole life like this. This plus that equals that. I'm not writing out my this plus this to get my that. I just got equals all in my mind. Equals business owner, equals wife, equals mom, equals. Girl, where the equation? Get your pen and paper. This is just how I am with math too. Get your pen and paper. Do the long math. Okay? Because y'all know my memory ain't like that. Do the long math. Okay, this your answer. So I have to apply that to, oh my gosh, even my freaking thoughts. So they say journal. You have dreams, goals, readings, divinations. And it's so funny. When was this? Let me get the date of this. Get the date. February 20th, 2022, Sunday. Sunday, y'all. February 20th, 2022. And then I want to say last night I found the journal thing. So you know I get things in 3. But before then, I had already said, y'all remember talking about the daily 7? I want to do a journal of the daily 7. Let me go over that list, see if you remember. The daily 7 was, see if I can find it. Hold on, wait a minute. I got my planner in the house. It's so funny. I got like a journal. I got like 3 planners. I got a little tiny one. I got a big one. And I got this one with all the words. The tiny one is more so I need to do this, and this. This one is for my words. And the other one is like my big plans and goals, like to revamp Love Me. And to start my Auntie Boo's spiritual for the babies. Let's see. Did I not find it? Okay, come on now. I think I'm overlooking it. Start the book. What was my big 7? Probably can't remember off my head, but I wanted to read them. Oh, I didn't go back further enough. Okay, here we go. Found it. Sorry, y'all. So the 7 were express gratitude, moment of silence for meditation, set your intentions, hydrate your cells, affirmations, move your body, nourishing food and fuel, which will be food. So I renamed them, and that actually I met this young lady. Probably on YouTube. I signed up for her page, and that was the free gift that she sent. Hey, make this part of your daily day. So you see how 1, 2, 3, when I keep saying I get my things in 3s, it's like Spirit got to baby feed me. So express gratitude. I'm going to put I'm thankful for my gratitude. Moment of silence. How long can I meditate? 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30. I pray I'll be able to go past 30 one day, because after being still for so long, I feel like sleep. Like, I need to master sitting still and not going to sleep, because it's like, for me, I've trained my body still equals sleep. So now I have to retrain my body. No, still is meditate. And then when you're done meditating, or, put something in there to where, okay, now this means sleep, because baby, laying down is sleep for me right now. So it's like, no, I'm supposed to be meditating. Set your intentions, or what are my plans, my goals for the day. I usually had like goals, but now I have like daily. I broke it down for the day. That's new for me. Hydrate your cells. I'm trying to master this water intake. That sea moss is so nasty, but I take a spoon, put it in the water, mix it, try to get my sea moss in. I'm going to start back on my smoothies and my juices, but get the liquids in there. I really love my bracelet. Thank you, bestie. It's just like everything. Affirm who you are. Affirmations, of course. Which is speaking things to existence, speaking things over your life. When you say them so long, they have power and they actually start to live. You breathe so much life into them, they are. Move your body would be yoga for me. Nourish your soul, which I done got tight. I got to do a little bit more yoga. She did like a self-love 3-day, and those were like 15 minutes, and the rest of hers are like 30 minutes. So I need to find some more like 10, 15 minutes, because I'd be like, all right. And it's not that I don't want to do yoga. It'd be so much, like this podcast and reading and learning and listening to other podcasts and looking at other YouTubes. But you make time for what you want, right? So we're going to make yoga a priority. And nourishing fuel is going to be like my food, what I eat today. Like when I was going over my nutrition, my dummies have a book for everything, y'all. They have a book over nutrition. And it was like, write down a food journal, see how your body reacts to stuff. And I'm like, oh shit, I've never done that. So just even writing down, it could remind me, this is what you're going to have for breakfast, this is what you're going to have for lunch, this is what you're going to have for dinner. Like, I don't know. Universe is like, bitch, we need to organize. I feel like universe is like, this is what you need to have down packed before baby. I really feel like that. So yeah, those were the 7, but my journal is going to have a little bit more. And as I mentioned, I can tell y'all a little bit, but not all of it. So, let's see. You can use journaling to converse with your higher self and even the universe. Now that was the icing on the cake. You can use journaling to converse with your higher self and even the universe. Now, I just told y'all what book I was listening to. And all these people did all these past life regressions. Okay? Of all of these lives that they lived, and meeting their guides and meeting angels and meeting their soul group and coming back and doing this all over again. You can communicate with your higher self. You just have to teach yourself how to do it. What is your form of divination? Figure out what that is. And once you figure out what your form of divination is, then your messages will start coming. And for example, if you dance, it might be through dance. If you paint, it might be through art. If you sing, you might hear different songs and get messages out of different songs. It's words for me, which as I look back, all of my stuff, zodiac sign, life path number, body chart, all of my stuff say you're a leader. Can't get away from that, even though I wanted to. You love to read. You're going to make money. You're going to be successful by helping people with their money, writing, journaling, therapy. It's like you can't get away. So why wouldn't universe converse with me through what resonates with me? It's just like, so that's why I just say everything starts with you. The more you know you, the more you know your gifts, yada, yada. It just helps with every external aspect of life, all from the inside out. Okay, so yeah, that was the cream on the cake. Let me say it one more time. You can use journaling to converse with your higher self or even the universe. Journaling unburdens the mind and spirit. while also creating a record of the present and presenting our hopes and dreams for the future. Now that was beautiful. So shout out to okay? Because when was my first journal entry? January 28th. And little did I know, y'all, I'll start something and stop it so fast. We about to be in March, still going strong. And on the front of my journal, I put vision, manifestation, meditation, daily journal 2022. You could do anything you set your mind to. Keep focused step by step. You will accomplish everything plus more. Love you to life. Love Meesh. And shout out to XO on YouTube because I am a part of her Discord group. And this young lady is so spiritual. I know she's an old soul. She don't even know it. She is so spiritual. Yeah, she be having her little stripper videos, but so what? Your occupation does not mean you're not spiritual. You got pastors out there doing unspiritual things, so let's be real. But she has a whole Discord group, and there's so many young, thirsty, spiritual souls in there, and I just love it. And I say that because I'll try to share information with people and they, it may not be for them. But that kind of hurts my soul because I am a projector. I am supposed to share gifts. But I didn't know I was supposed to wait for the invitation. So universe brought Discord to me. And I promise every time I go in there, somebody, hey, what are vegan recipes? Hey, what's a good book? Hey, and all this knowledge that I have, I can pour. And they're like, thank you so much. And I feel appreciated. It's an amazing feeling. Being underappreciated is the worst. So I was like, thank you, Spirit. This podcast is allowing me to share because I just can't help it. It's going to come out. I'm going to either give it to family and friends. Like, it's going to go somewhere. So the podcast was an outlet for me. Journaling is an outlet for me. And now I have that whole Discord. Telegram was an outlet too because there's nothing but spiritual people on there. And it's like, okay, I get it, Spirit. I have to go where I'm invited. I have to go where I'm invited. If I go to places where I'm not invited, that's when I'm going to get all those feels because I'm not where I'm supposed to be. And I feel like that's spiritually. At this point in my life, it's spiritual. So that was it for Daily Now, I have 2 articles. One of them is from inkgoddesscreations.com, and she put 7 metaphysical and spiritual benefits of journaling. Did not know this, y'all. Journaling is one of the easiest, one of the most important practices for supporting your personal development. It can be extremely therapeutic to document day-to-day events. And if you think about it, your book of shadows is a specialized journal of your magical knowledge and practice. Have one of those. But you don't have to have anything as formal and as fancy, book or handmade journal to reap the metaphysical benefits of journaling. You can simply journal from your phone. It's the easiest. I was doing that, but I feel like the government controls everything. And I'm just giving it to them at this point. So I'm glad I brought my paper journals, okay, and journal in them. And I'm just going to have like suitcases full of journals that I could leave back for my family. And I have some stuff on here, but I definitely want to pull away from this internet. You can simply journal from your phone. It's the easiest. The important thing about journaling is that it works best if it becomes part of your routine. To help you get started, we've outlined 7 benefits to journaling that you may not have considered. Number 1, document your story. Journaling creates a record of yourself and for your descendants. Not only can you use your journal to record magical experiences, but you can also document the more mundane day-to-day challenges, obstacles, and events. Years later, you'll be able to see how far you've come. Your children, grandchildren, nieces, and nephews can also look back on the records after you're gone. That's important to me too. Like I feel like with this podcast, I'm going to be long gone, and who knows how many people it's going to be reaching. Same thing with people that are in movies. Same thing to people that create music. Like you're leaving something everlasting. Same thing with people that write books. They might use those journals and try to contact you on the other side. I know that's right. I already know. Record the blessings in your life. Abundance creates more abundance. Remember I said I wanted to do gratitude? That's why gratitude is such an effective spiritual practice. Use your journal to record the things that you're grateful for in your life. Watch more things to be grateful for show up. And I think that's true. You're grateful for things. Since you're so grateful, I'm going to give you a lot more. Connect to your spirit guides. Automatic writing is a type of divination that some people use to channel messages from spirit, angels, or their spirit guides. It's a great way to use your journal. Oh my God. To practice automatic writing, sometimes called spirit writing, start by meditating and visualizing a communication link between yourself and the source that you like to connect to. That source could be a deity, an ancestor, or your higher self. Then begin by writing a question that you don't know the answer to and push yourself to ask questions that don't have a simple yes or no answer. Write as many questions as you like, then concentrate on each question individually. Write the first thing that comes to your mind. Don't try to analyze the answers just yet. Finish answering each question in a flow of writing if you can, and then read through the answers to gain insight. Record any personal thoughts in your journal alongside your automatic writing practice. So this is what your girl is going to start doing. And also, if you have like a necklace, like I have a EMF necklace and it just be moving, I can let this be a pendulum too, and I can ask questions. I could ask a question like, what is my name? And look at the way that it flows. And then I could say my name and see how it flows. And then I could say my name is something else and see how it flows. And that's showing me what yes looks like and what no looks like. So in the future, I can ask questions, and depending on how it shakes, I can get a confirmation. So that's what this reminds me of. Like, it's so many forms of divination. Like, who knew? How did I not know this was one? Okay, so improve your spell writing. Want to work some magic but feeling uninspired? You wouldn't be the first person to wish their spells sounded something like the charmed ones would chant. Instead of diving right into your spell writing, try journaling about it first. When we journal thoughts and emotions from the subconscious, they start to appear on paper. Using those thoughts as a springboard for your spell writing can create even better, more creative results. This also works for writing intentions. I feel like rappers and people that write books, oh my God, they all have the gift. They all have the gift. Oh my gosh, it's like a springboard. I just connected the dots there. Work through your fears. You've probably heard the term limiting beliefs, but what you might not have heard anyone say is that limiting beliefs are basically just fears. They're the fear of not being good enough, the fear of success, the fear of rejection, the fear of outshining others, and so on. Working through those fears in writing can help you process them better than simply thinking about them does. Write as if no one would ever go about reading it. You could also burn the journal or select pages if you want them to remain private. As you work through these beliefs, you can release them and move forward. So I wrote Baby Does affirmation or oracle or manifestation card, a booklet to go with my cards. And I literally have been ministering to myself the whole time and combating every single fear that I have about my ability, about me not having kids, about me wanting to have kids, about what obstacles may be in the way. Just like overcoming and preaching and pouring into myself. Y'all, when y'all see me with this belly, just know your girl worked hard to overcome them fears and manifest that thing, okay? And I'm going to share it with the world. Now, they were saying you can burn it, but stuff like that don't be bothering me. It is what it is. Journaling assists in dream recall and lucid dreaming. One of the first steps to lucid dreaming is journaling your dreams. But even if you don't want to practice lucid dreaming, documenting your dreams can help you see patterns in your subconscious. Keeping a record of your dreams can also help you remember them even better. Since your dreams state helps you work through issues and offer inspiration for the waking hours, being more in tune with them help you gain clarity and balance spirituality. I used to put my dreams in my OneNote, but again, who is the cloud? It's like we giving the enemy all of our stuff. So I don't know. I don't want to be telling you my dreams. I'm going to put them dreams right, pen and paper, right with me. And the last one is boost your intuition. Writing in your journal about dreams, physical and emotional responses to events and thoughts can help you learn how to pay more attention to your inner self. Anytime you have a gut feeling about a circumstance or a person, write it down in your journal. You now have documentation of that gut feeling. Later, if things turn out like you thought they would, go back to your journal and jot down the experience. Start taking note of when these hunches are accurate and when they are just a fleeting thought. You should quickly notice a pattern. Remember, there's no right or wrong way to journal. Pick a medium that works for you, pen and paper or electronic, and set aside a few minutes each day to write to yourself for yourself. I know that's right. Thank you so much, Megan Winkler from Ink Goddess Creations. Who knew? And I do be having these gut feelings. Like I always say, it's the feels for me. It's the feels for me. Haven't mapped out any of the goddamn feels. So you're just living through life with all these feels and don't know what any of them mean. It's like, when I tell you I need to get a membership to one of these journal things, because I'm going to be buying journals galore. And they have different colors. So I love getting the different colors. And I remember going to, book nerd moment. I remember going to Barnes and Noble and seeing all the journals. I just wasn't journaling, but I picked them all up. I loved all the colors. But I'm like, who finna journal? Like, I just didn't think it was interesting. Like, journal, like what? Like it's a chore or whatever. I'm so used to being given an assignment, write about this, write about that, to just sitting down and let whatever come. Like, I don't think I thought of it that way. But mine usually are like confirmations, like an email. For right now, it's like an email, or this will be triggered, or that'll be triggered, and then I'll just write, or my emotions, or how I feel. But it's coming along. I love journaling. I wonder why I didn't journal. Oh, I don't know what happened. I was afraid somebody was going to read my journal growing up, so I never was into it when I was younger. Because, hello, it's supposed to be my stuff, right? So if I would have been able to journal and feel comfortable, I just can't help but wonder where would my divination be right now. But that's okay. Everything happens because it's supposed to happen. Now I'm going to let you listen to a clip of spiritual journaling by healthyspirituality.org. And this is from Jean Wise. Now, she wrote, but there's an app that will transcribe what you've written into word. And I just sped up a little bit because the guy was talking slow. But I really love what she said about spiritual journaling. So I'm going to come back after you hear it and then give you my perspective.
Spiritual journaling is the PDF most people request from this blog. This has been true throughout the years. I can't believe I have been blogging since 2009, and true this year too. Click below if you want to see the number 1 request. Click here to get the tip sheet. I love talking with God in my journal. At home. While traveling. On retreat. My journal companions me on all types of journeys, especially through this adventure called 2020. Expressing my prayers, emotions, hurts, dreams, and whatever else is on my heart to God through the spiritual practice of writing in a journal brings me clarity and peace. I hear God's voice and discern His wisdom. Writing becomes my camera capturing a moment in time in the net of my pen. I began thinking about this word, capturing, this past week and discovered 3 treasures emerging during 2020 in my journal. Spiritual journaling captures history. I have literally printed then inserted into my journal internet posts and memes that grabbed a moment during COVID. Events like school and church being cancelled, the newness of tape on store floors making safe distancing, weddings postponed, entire sports seasons upended, shortages of masks and toilet paper, empty shelves, the creation of family/friends bubbles, travel plans stopped, jobs lost, new jobs created, the look of fear and exhaustion in first responders' eyes. The list is endless. I wrote and continue to add my own observations of this point in history. The good. The bad. The real. In my imagination, someplace in the future, a grandchild, maybe a great-grandchild will open my journal and wonder how life was during the great pandemic of 2020. He or she will get a glimpse of history in my journal, what this experience was like and how we survived, thrived and grew through difficult times. I guess I also hope that rereading these entries will also give me strength and hope as we step into the future and new adventures ahead. Spiritual journaling captures the highs and lows. As an Enneagram 3, I suppressed my emotions and buried them deeply within my soul. I find it quite difficult to express feelings. This year articulating what I am experiencing exploded in my writing. These is a new honesty in saying how I am doing at that moment, both the good days and the bad. Anguish. Anxiety. Fear. Depression. Inadequacy. Hope. Energy. God's leading. Numbness. Uncertainty. Sadness. Curious. Courageous, creative. Thankful. I have learned to release all these emotions from my head and heart and let them free to roam on the paper before me. There I see them, name them, and choose to recognize their presence, not give them power. Healing unfolds. Spiritual journaling captures hope and discernment even in dark uncertainty. Spiritual journaling is a form of deep listening. The noise of COVID and politics and explosions of protests and wildfires roars in the ears of our hearts. I write, then write some more. Slowly my soul enters the stillness and silence. I rest in the quiet voice of God and listen to the whispers within my own true self. I hear clarity. I close my journal with reassurance. I don't know all the answers, but I sense the right next step to take. In writing out my prayers I hear Genie, I've got it. Stay the course. What have I called you to do? Do the work I have given you. Spiritual journaling has been an essential practice for my spiritual growth throughout the years. Writing in 2020 revealed surprising and life-giving gifts. How has writing in a journal helped you in 2020? What new gifts have you discovered?
So yeah, see, Miss Jean Wise wrote this September 15th of 2020. Right? Today's date is February 24th, 2022. Whatever your gift or your calling is, you may not have no views, no likes, no subscribers, whatever. Because it may not be time for your tribe to meet you. They probably still got to go through their trials. They probably still got to level up. They probably still got to grow. And at the right time, boom, they're going to run into your gift, your resource, the crumb that you left behind. That's how I feel about my podcast. That's how I feel about the ebooks I'm going to release. That's how I feel like our gifts are what God gave us, we really give to the world. Because as above, so below. God gave us a special gift. And we do the same thing. We give our special gift. And it ends up helping everybody in the circle of life. Like, how beautiful is that? She journaled for her own self. Could have kept it to herself. But she put it on a blog and shared it with the world. Here I am. Oh my God, spiritual journaling. I didn't even know this was a thing. And I got so much out of her post. This is part of my spiritual growth. Journaling. Who knew? It's a deep form of listening. As much as I love to talk, I be getting the answers when I be listening. She mentioned that she was an Enneagram 3. And you know what? Hold on for a moment. Because if I'm an Enneagram 3, y'all, I'ma scream. Hold on, because I told y'all I got these OneNotes full of all the stuff about me. So let me go to my book. Because I know I did Enneagrams before. Oh no, that's self-care. Enneagram. Okay, I'm a 7. Enneagram 7. What is it? I'm in it. Enneagram 7. Enthusiastic. They bring magic to the room. It's a unicorn on there. Life of the party. Focus on exercise more than you eat, daily solitude, weekly brain dumps, connect with someone you love, end multitasking, get into nature, finish one thing you start, underschedule your life, find something creative to do. Okay, so she's an Enneagram 3, I'm a 7. But I still relate with her. I suppress my emotions and buried them deeply within my soul. I be feeling my emotions, but I don't do anything with them. I'm supposed to journal. I'm supposed to talk with them. I'm supposed to care with them. And you know what keep coming to mind? That's what I'm going to look at tonight. The movie Inside Out. The one that was crying all the time. Oh my God. You got to get out. I feel like I hid all my emotions. Or no, anger always shows and happy always shows. But girl, it's all the emotions in there. So it's so crazy. My mom has like an emotional wheel. She was telling me about it like earlier last year. And
we read. Me and you, we gonna sell 3 pies to my family.
What is that? It say end call. Y'all, this is some craziness. I don't know what that was. Oh, my mom must have turned on. Okay. I got Bluetooth on. My bad. She must be looking at her phone and Bluetooth came. Because I'm like, what? Call? I ain't no call. But I see universe, God, spirit, higher self is giving me breadcrumbs for what I need to do. So get this journal together so that I will have a place to journal out my feelings and my emotions, because there's more to me than happy and angry, you know. And then she says, so I can honestly say how I'm doing. Bruh, what is this? How can I just turn this off altogether? Come on, Dad. I don't want this on at all. Turn this thing off. Good, I found it. What is it doing? What the fuck? Y'all not gonna stop me from doing this podcast. That ain't nothing but evilness. It says audio is off. So let me see if I didn't miss anything else. Hold on, that might be my mom. Look, I just turned the whole car off. But whatever your gift or calling is, do it, because you'll never know who you'll touch all over the world. Like, I just added something to my extra that says it's 7.9 billion people in the world. Yet you met me, not by happen chance. It's a divine meeting, and may we guide each other well. I feel like on my journey, I learned something I could share. On your journey, you learned something you can share. And if everybody keeps that up, we all will be leveling. Because why go through everything? Just go through what you're supposed to go through and share. Maybe I won't have to go through it. So I appreciate that 2 years ago, she dropped that nugget, and here I am today. Like, okay. So yeah, that was that. And now let me get to go back to journaling. What did I put it under? I got so many books, it don't make no sense. Spiritual journaling. Okay. 101planners.com. The benefits of journaling. Keeping a journal has many benefits. Reflection. We often are so caught up in our everyday lives that we don't stop to self-reflect. That was it for me. That's why I put it in this self-care. You know what? Self-reflect could be another category. Let me copy that. I hear you, Spirit. Self-reflect. That's how I be getting my messages. It's just do something to me. Okay. One of the benefits of bullet journaling is that the system is built in such a way that you are forced to devote some time to reflect each day in order to migrate content from spread to spread. So they have a whole bullet, category, mindfulness. Journaling brings you into a state of mindfulness. When you are writing about your feelings and thoughts, you are forced to be present and to think about what is on your mind. You actively engage with your thoughts and your feelings in order to write them in your diary or journal. And you know what stands out to me? When the mind meets the emotions, when the thoughts meet the feelings, it's like the two becoming one. And I feel like that's a powerful force. Like your mind is on one end of things, your feelings are another end of things, and they come together and they're so powerful and strong. Like alchemy. And to me, maybe that's action. When thought meets feeling, because thought could be an idea, feelings could be the energy that you need to bring about that idea. Together, they have the action to make it manifest. Maybe that's manifestation, thoughts and feelings. Retain more memories. We forget so much when we don't write it down. That's me. I have been keeping a journal for many years. Often I happen to read an entry from years ago, and it helps me understand where I came from and the progress I have made. When I'm having a tough time and read through old entries during which I tackled obstacles, I am reminded that I am strong enough to deal with difficulties. I did it once and I can do it again. Sometimes when things get tough, you feel like you have never dealt with anything like this, but you have and you can. A journal also reminds you of the beautiful memories that you might have forgotten had not you recorded them. Also, writing something down increases the chance that you will remember it. I feel like social media was that for me. I would take pictures of everything. And now that I don't do that anymore, it's going to be like journaling. Yeah, because I feel like I took pictures of like everything. But they were like stored away in the cloud. Like I never like sat down and reflected on them. So when I pick up this same journal every day, I'm flipping. I'm looking at old passages as I'm going to new passages. So it's just a different, maybe I could have did a picture journal maybe. Let's see. Also, writing something down increases the chance that you remember it. Y'all already know how my memory is. Creative outlet. It's the creation for me too. Writing a journal is a great creative outlet. I feel like everybody has energy, which is really creation because you are the kid of a God, right? So you're going to create something. You're going to create goodness in the world. You're going to create chaos. You're going to create mini yous. You're going to create careers. You're going to create... There's so many forms of creation. And I feel like when people are sick or ill or depressed and stuff, they're not moving that energy around. I bet if you ask anybody that's down and out, what have you created? You have like that energy is stagnant and you're sick and you're down because you need to move that energy. That's what I feel. Writing in a journal is a great creative outlet. You can also use colored pens, add doodles, stickers, etc. I haven't added any color to my journal yet, but I'm going to go to Michael's and get some. It's so funny. I just bought my sister a journal, markers and all like that. And I didn't need, because I know she journals. And I guess because maybe I wanted to make sure I was going to journal first before I bought all this stuff. But now that I'm in. And I should have known because I used to scrapbook. Yeah, your girl used to scrapbook. So I probably can go a step further and do like pictures and quotes and write. Oh, this is going to be a whole new journey. I see where this is going. Julia Cameron developed morning pages, 3 pages of longhand conscious writing done first thing in the morning to unleash creativity. I'm going to click on that later. Relieve stress and ease and trauma. Writing in a journal is a good way to relieve stress. According to Harvard Medical School, writing about thoughts and feelings that arise from a traumatic or stressful life experience may help some people cope with the emotional fallout of such events. Oh, that is so true. Y'all heard that deep breath? I journaled about some things that when some things happen, I don't address them, and it's my fault. I don't know where that stems from. I still need to look into that. But I think it ends up hurting me because I don't stand up for myself. So journaling about it, I revisit the situation, what I really wanted to say, how I really felt, what I should have done. And that is a form of therapy. Like, people may think they get away with things, but it's like, no, I spared your fucking life. You're welcome. And then, you know what? Let people think they're getting away with whatever, because they're not. At the end of the day, your eyes are recording everything that you see. Your ears are recording everything that you hear. Your body is recording everything that you do. You will have to make account for yourself one day. And you can't even lie. It is what it is. And that might be you got to go back to Earth for 72,000 more years and have 1 million more human existence. Congratulations, you did that to yourself. You know, it's like, just do better. If you really, really love yourself, just grow and do better. Like, people really out here thinking they're getting away with stuff, and you're not. Absolutely not. Okay, so relieve stress and ease trauma. Writing in a journal is a good way. I already did that, my bad. So go Harvard. Relieve stress and traumatic experiences. So not only is going to therapy helpful, but journaling too. And I'm surprised my therapist didn't tell me to journal. I think I'm going to see her next month. Because I have a spiritual advisor. It seems like she's helping me clean up a lot more. You have to figure out what's going on with you. Is it spiritual trauma? Is it physical trauma? Emotional? Blah, blah. And then once you figure it all out, then you can seek help for those different areas. Because one person, I don't think one person can do it all. Like, we are complex, multi-dimensional human beings. And all these people on earth can probably help us with one tiny thing. Don't put all that pressure on one person. It's just, they can't. So improve decision making and critical thinking. Journaling helps examine past experiences, evaluate your actions, and draw insights that can be helpful for future decision making. We can learn a lot from past experiences and the results of those experiences. However, when we don't stop to examine and evaluate these actions and their results, then we often fault to gain important insight that can help us in the future. Now, for me, especially with relationships, I would have done myself so much justice by journaling. This is what happened. This is not what. Because just keeping it in my head, I didn't even follow through with all that stuff. But like journaling it out, it's gonna stick, baby. And it's so interesting because they have a whole with this one-on-one. What is it called? Let me go back up. One-on-oneplanners.com. She has a section for bride-to-be, mommy-to-be, relationship goals. Like, when you go on there, you're going to be like, oh, my God, for free. That's what I keep saying. Like, God, thank you so much because I got all these millions in heaven and these humans, you know, they don't understand that you paid it all. And we still got to pay rent and stuff. So when I be seeing the free, it be like, yes, thank you, universe. Okay, so improve decision making and critical thinking. Journaling helps examine past experiences, evaluate your actions, and draw insights that can be helpful for future decision making. We can learn a lot. I already did that. Sorry, y'all. Reaching goals. Journaling about your goals. This is the one. Journaling about your goals will increase the chances that you reach them. Put your goals on paper. Write how you want to achieve them. Journal about your progress, the difficulties you encounter, and how you plan to overcome them. Now, I was all on the vision board. Ain't right, plan one. Not even knowing that I'm a planner. Not even knowing myself like, girl, you have to plan. You are a planner. You have to plan this out. Just looking at it is not going to do you any good. I have vision boards galore every year. Vision board. But when I think back on the things that I accomplished, it was like you did more than just look at a picture. You wanted that car. You saved up for the deposit. You cleaned up your credit. You got that line of credit. You got the car. Boom. Like, it was a lot more than just looking at a picture, sis. So I'm just so excited. Like, goals is definitely going to be a part of my journal. Oh my God. Y'all, I'm about to have another baby. This is going to be my third baby. Roses and Thorn was my first ebook. And then I Am More Than 1 and 4 is my second ebook. And then I actually, no, this is going to be number 4, actually, because I had the Baby Dust. Baby Dust Manifestation Card book. And I got 7 more pages, y'all. Yes, I slipped up. But Daddy's birthday was coming up. And you know what? That's just... plug tip. So I got tired of writing. I got tired of typing. I actually have Google Chrome, and if you go to documents and you click file or insert or whatever, one of the little tabs, there's a microphone. And you talk, it writes, and I copy and paste and go edit. Because obviously they don't have the language down pat, but I started with 14. I did 7 just like that. I got 7 left. And I would have did them today, but I'm doing a podcast. So this will be my first ebook. Yo, got 4 babies. So on my journey, I've been realizing that you can give birth to so many things in life outside of a human. That's just one. And I'm already on 4. So look at that. Let's see. Resolve disagreements with others. I learned about this a long time ago. Me and my sisters broke out for 2 fucking years. And they thought I was doing a school project. Like, yes, but it was really a life project. And that's the type of school that I would encourage my kids to go to. Not just school, but school for your life. Because this was like a leadership class, but it was dealing with conflict, and you had to resolve an issue in your life. That was more than a school project. I couldn't just make up a scenario and say, one time I did this at work. No, they wanted you to solve an existing problem. That wasn't nothing but spirit anyway. It was like a 10-page paper, and ain't none of them respond. I had to wait for them to be okay to forgive and move on. So when people go through their patches of up and down and not talking and stuff, it's like, I grew up with sisters. We might be talking today, we might not be talking tomorrow. Everybody live, grow a little bit, link up when it's time. It's like, I still love you, still love me, we still blood, ain't nobody going nowhere. Something happen to you today, tomorrow, I'll be there. You know, it's just, I guess because of that sibling rivalry thing, it's like, that don't really faze me. It's like, okay, you know, I do this with real family, you know, it's nothing with you. So let's see. Resolve disagreements with others. Writing about misunderstandings and disagreements will help you understand another's point of view. According to Psych Central, it might even help you come up with a sensible resolution to conflict. So that was true in that case for me. They actually walked me through what was the problem. How do you think the other person feel? How you could have just a whole therapy session, really. And I worked through that problem, and it didn't happen right away, but boom, we were back talking, and I learned something. I learned this person's boundaries. I learned that person's boundaries. I learned, okay, we're not going to do that no more, because at the end of the day, was it worth not talking to you for 2 years? Absolutely not. So maybe that was something that we all needed to learn, and I'm so very happy for that. I wouldn't change it for the world. It helped me. It helped them. We all grew, and, you know, here we are. You know, we can laugh about it now. So manage depression. According to positive psychology, journaling has been shown to be effective in helping people manage their depressive symptoms. James Penbaker, a distinguished professor at the University of Texas, had done 40 years of research on the connection between writing and emotional processing. And that's something I'm working on too. Emotions just keep coming up. Y'all gonna get the podcast when I get it a little bit more down pat. And actually, I wanted to do, that was another thing I wanted to look into. But let me not say it. Let me just, I'm going to keep that one hush. When Penbaker started journaling himself, his depression lifted and he felt liberated. It also helped him see his purpose in life, his opportunities. His research revealed that people who write about emotional, charged experiences show an increase in their physical and mental well-being. They were happier, less depressed, and less anxious. James Penbaker, journaling to manage depression and ease anxiety, set a timer for 20 minutes. Open up your journal, use lined paper, or use our free printable journal. Start writing about your emotional experiences from the past week, past month, and year. Write about whatever comes to mind without judgment. Don't worry about the grammar or your writing style. Do this for a few days and then throw the pages away. You can even burn them if you want to. Now, I'm keeping mine because they're mine. But if it was something like really, really deep and dramatic like that, I would probably want to burn it. But for the most part, you know, it's fine. See progress. One of the things I loved about keeping a journal is seeing my progress. I often look back exactly a year or 2 to 3 before an entry to see where I was then compared to where I am today. we often don't notice how much progress we have made in life, and we forget where we were. A journal is a great way to remind you that even if you made baby steps over time, you made progress. I know that's right. You're still moving. Cope with trauma. A study of 63 laid-off workers found that those who journaled about their feelings of humiliation, anger, anxiety were 3 times more likely to find employment than those who didn't journal. Now check that out. So, let me see. Self-reflect. That's going to be another one, y'all. It just came up. I'm going to add it to the queue. So I wanted to go over some things that I want to put in my 4th e-baby. And actually, I'm going to do another podcast. So my sister has the Invisible Rainbow book, but I'm going to see if I can link up with her and get it just to the podcast. But guess what came to me? We're going to do another podcast on EMF protection, because it just keep coming to me like EMF protecting. It's like Spirit is like, girl, we trying to tell you. So I want to put this out. I already have my necklace. Yes, I'm going to start putting my rocks back in my water. I'm going to order some more rocks and put them in my water. But I just feel like it's hitting at me that like something is going on that maybe we're not talking about. 5G. So I'm going to call that the pre-Invisible Rainbow, and it might be a 3-part series. So that'll probably be the next podcast that I do. But let me circle back around to spiritual journaling. The 4th ebook baby that I'm putting together is definitely going to have my water intake on there. It's definitely going to have gratitude, yoga, meal, affirmations, prayer. I want prayer to be like a whole section. Rituals. I'm really going to get in tune with the moon and my moon cycle. And, maybe I'll manifest better at a certain time, So I want to look into that. Goals, my messages, regular journals, dreams, meditation. So yeah, I'm excited to kind of, print that out, put it together, see what it looks like, work it a couple of days, and, design my own. Like, oh my God, I'm going to have my own freaking journal. I'm going to have my own journal. How you go from not journaling to having a whole journal? Like, yes, universe. So it's so funny, like, universe. And all my charts, like zodiac, life path number, enneagram, body graph, like all of them, it's like, look, you gonna make money writing, and all this time I'm doing everything else but writing. Like, really, like, bruh, that's where your money gonna come from. I could have been on this years ago, and who knows where I would be, but that's okay. We're here now. We're definitely here now. So I hope you guys took something out of this podcast with the spiritual journaling. I get so many messages like, when I finish this, I'm about to go journal, because I have a whole bunch of emails. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get messages out of there, anything that I'm feeling. And, so, there it go again. That might be the next episode. So journaling, I never do. I will only write for schoolwork and stuff. I never just was like a writer. My best friend would write all the time. She did poetry. She did books. I was like not a writer at all. So who knows? I might have a poetry book in me. I might have some songs in me. We're going to see where this writing goes. We are going to see. But I really do feel like it's just getting a lot of things in order for me. It's so crazy. Like, all these thoughts have just been sitting in my head. Just no room to do anything. That's why I've been an emotional wreck. There's no more room for anything with all them thoughts. And now that I'm getting them out, it's like, okay. And I do remember, like, there would be times where I would, like, sit down and write pages and pages and pages and then go throw it away. Like, that was me right there saying, girl, the type of energy that you have, we have to get it out. And it's not, I sing, but I don't sing like that. I dance, but I don't dance like that. So it's like, how do we get this energy out? It's going to be journaling for me. All right, so how do we usually end these podcasts? This is what I add. Y'all know, but keep changing. This is what I added now. It's 7.9 billion people in the world, yet you met me. Not by heaven chance. It's a divine meeting. May we guide each other well. Keep learning, evolving, and spreading love. I hope you see the fruits of your labor. Namaste. Love a stay. And always vibe high, babe. And even if you're having down and out, it's okay. Feel the feels. Journal. Get therapy. Brush yourself off and get back up, because life is up and down. Everything is really just a lesson. It's not about the feelings or the emotions. We have to learn to overcome them. Do some emotional journaling, emotional therapy. Overcome the emotions that will keep you down. Did you get the lesson? However, always vibe high, babe, and I will catch you guys on the next episode. Bye. And then, we got to go to the Pinterest. Definitely got to go to the pen. All right. So make yourself a priority. Always. I take care of my mental and physical health all day, every day, because I'm worth it. Practicing self-care is valuable, and so are you. Self-care is not selfish. It's what allows you to give more generously. Self-care is a non-negotiable. Start visualizing your highest self and start showing up as her. The best self-care, show up daily for your body. Ask it, what do you need today? Stay close to people who feel like sunshine. It's okay to reinvent yourself as many times as it takes to live out your most authentic self. Self-care is always being honest with yourself about your negative habits and mistakes. Self-care is showing up for yourself like you do for others. Self-care is as unique to you as you are to the rest of the world. Self-care, something that feeds your soul and makes you calm. Self-care is not an expense, it's an investment. Self-care is giving the world the best of you instead of what's left of you. Self-care is how you take your power back. Self-care is a practice that takes practice. I care about myself. Practicing self-care is valuable, and so are you. That one was a repeat. My bad. So, my form of self-care, because there's so many, just like I said, it's as unique to you as you are to the world. It's going to look different for everybody. She might like getting her nails done. She may not. She might like going to wax. She might be growing her hair out, But one form of self-care that I've introduced in my life is journaling. And I just did not know how therapeutic this was. So now on my LUV MEESH Publishing YouTube, I'm going to go look up all these videos on journaling and, join my journal gang, because that's a whole nother tribe I done joined. Thanks a million for listening. There's a million podcasts in the world. You clicked on this one, this one, to hear what I have to say. I hope universe has a special message for you. You can reach me on Linktree at /love.meesh. I hope you have a better than great day. Love ya. Talk to you later. Bye.
You all come to us young people for hope. How dare you? You have stolen my dreams and my childhood with your empty words. And yet, I'm one of the lucky ones. People are suffering. People are dying. Entire ecosystems are collapsing. We are in the beginning of a mass extinction, and all you can talk about is money and fairy tales of eternal economic growth. How dare you!